No silent stream today. No silent stream today. It may rain though. We just do that sometimes. We have a silent stream. Probably will happen a little bit more often too. For the ambiance of Sitch. Anyway. With that being said. And get this show on the road. Not literally, but we will get started. I need some more Orange Crush. I need some more Orange Crush. I need some more of my 1 liter of Orange Crush. My 1.25 liters. Excuse me. My 1 1¼ liter. My 1¼ liter. That's the same one from when we did the grocery run stream. It's the same one from that. So it's the same orange soda from that. Weird question though. I paid for it. A very weird question though, by the way. Very weird question to ask. And to pester about it too. Very interesting. Just a very interesting line of conversation the moment that you start the stream. What do you mean, how? Who is this freaking person? Who are you? Get out of here. Freaking troll, man. Really weird. Okay, anyway. Let's go ahead and get things started. Now, we have to continue blocking the same person and reporting the same stalker to YouTube, we will continue to do things. We will continue to do things and continue to report things. But just calling this out now, we're not going to make the whole stream about this. We have been reporting this legally and to law enforcement and to the platform. So keep coming in, stalking me and harassing me, they're just going to see it. Also, just a question real quick. Do you happen to work at Walmart? Just a question really quick to the person that's stalking, that's randomly coming in here and asking these questions. Do you happen to work at Walmart? Just out of curiosity, is that where you work? Interesting how the one concurrent that's always in here is just suddenly not in here now. Isn't that fascinating how that works? It's almost like I hit some sort of nail on some sort of head or something kind of like that. And then the same one concurrent comes back in, proving that they can make the concurrents look like 0 and sit in here like it's not 1 if we're trending. It's 1 if you're doing the weird shit that you always do. So yeah. So anybody that's new, like what is going on? We sort of have a stalker. I have a stalker. And this person's been harassing various family members too, impersonating them, and YouTube really hasn't removed this person yet, even though they have policies for this. So they feel so justified to disrupt my streams pretty constantly and harass my existence in various ways. So that's sometimes what we get. And until law enforcement or somebody can somewhere along the way, one of the many that are looking at this from many different angles, can finally take care of it. That's all. I suspect that if it is being investigated, well, it is being investigated. But what I should say is, what you have to realize is that if they think that this is like a bigger thing, like where this person is doing this to learn how to and it's very obvious they are, then they're gonna, what they're gonna do is they're, you know, like, obviously the tactic is to sort of kind of let them do it for a bit. And trust me, they are. So, you know, it's just, it's the sort of thing where you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Alright, so anyway. Oh man. Let me go ahead and drink my orange soda that I bought at the store. Jesus. Well, don't worry, it's take care of. If you're new and you know you're not doing anything wrong or anything like that, and all that, you're safe. But you know, the sort of thing is just like, you know, it's there's definitely somebody that's been orchestrating all this from various accounts that he has. Maybe he's stolen, whatever. You know, as you guys know, YouTube allows people to have up to 50 alternate accounts. Did you know that? So any person can just have up to like 50 or so, and I think that can vary, but usually it's like 30, between 30 and 50 that they can have before they're capped. And it's just one person, and they can make all these different channels. You know that, right? Did you know that? One account. But, like, it'll always just look like different ones. And they won't hide, like, obviously they're going to protect the creators that use this, like the you know what I mean, like some creators want this because the idea is to protect certain people's privacy. But then at the same time, you have to remember that then some other people are using it for the opposite. So when rules aren't being followed quick enough, things aren't being regulated quick enough, restricted quick enough, like, there's no way that guy should have had live access for as long as he did. If he still does, I'm sure he probably still does. Like, the point is, like, he's violated so many rules while being on their platform. They should have just taken his, you know what I mean, like they can restrict certain things about the account. And the crazy thing is, with the knowledge that this person has, he's been using the data that he stole on me to do these exact things that YouTube should be doing to him. He's doing to me. He's doing to my account, which is why I'm having so many problems. Like, you know how many problems like, imagine if they did that to him. Like he'd never be able to do anything. That's the point. So the point is, he's sitting here and he's doing all these things to my account, which they should be doing to his, based on what he's able to do with people's information and stuff like that. And last night, we were in a stream, if you remember, and this is what's triggering. This is what triggered this. Every time I do this, and every time I point out that all I'm doing is swiping from my stream, and there's these disgusting things in my stream, these people are triggered to come in here and try to make some sort of, person of me in some sort of negative light or something like that. The whole point is that I'm pointing out bad things in the fucking swipe feed, and then these people come out of nowhere to try to make me look bad. What does that tell you? That somebody's following me around, waiting till I do what I do, shine a light on things, call things out that are BS, waiting for that moment, and then showing up like they're using their little scammer tools, their little scammer things, their little disgusting, sneaky things to learn information, show up at a certain time, and then right as soon as they show up, and you see the capped concurrence, it's been 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a complete lie. Complete fabricated lie. So we're gonna swipe down. Here we go. Here we are. We're in my stream here. We're swiping down. Interesting. Oh, hey, there's 365. I don't like that. All right, we're swiping down. What the fuck is this? I don't know what this is. What is this? This is top of somebody's head. I'm sleeping. That's fine. Whatever. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. See, told you. It didn't take long. 1.8 thousand. This is why they're in here, because I was pointing this out last night. Some disgusting lady was laying in a bed, like moving her tongue around and shit, showing her cleavage and stuff. Like, look, lady, I'm sure that whoever loves you, that's real nice to them, but that's disgusting to me. I don't want to see it. Okay, and I don't want it on here. Look at this. What is this? And there's a guy just laying there shirtless. He's just rocking back and forth. There's a bed. Okay, it didn't take long, I told you. And this is all we did last night, is I came across some stuff when I was talking about streams. This is what happened. And then you see the result. I get harassed in my chat for trying to call out things. Look, all right. So, all right, we're swiping. This is what's next. So I just swiped up here. That just looks political or religious. Don't know what the heck that is. Okay, what is this? What is this? That's so weird. I don't want to see that. That's so awkward. I don't even want to look at it any longer. That's so weird, man. That's so weird. There was like 200, 300 people watching that. That's so weird. I didn't even look at it. The angle and everything. So we're just swiping. Like, this is the point. This is what I see, and I call it out. And the point is, it's very obvious that YouTube is full of shit. Weird. Like, most of it's not. Most of it's fine. There was a time where my, like, it was just like all of it, like there was just so much of it. It was like, what the hell? And all I was doing was swiping through, showing it to you guys. Oh my god. So ridiculous. So that's all that is, right at the start of the stream. I'm no fool, man. I'm just gonna be telling you the unfiltered truth from now on. Especially, if, you know, especially we know law enforcement's looking into this and stuff like that. You know, I don't want to mince words here as much as possible. I want to just be, you know, like, you know, well, that's all that is. This person came in here because last night we were on stream and bam, we found so much of that crap going on. So this person, you know, just comes in here with, you know, nothing that has anything to do with anything. You know, they're just a scammer. And they're just trying to ruin a stream. So, here's the stream. Ready? Here we go. How much do you want to bet that the very first suggestion is going to be that stream? Oh, wow. And there's 2.7 thousand people watching it. Oh my god. All I did was swipe down, guys. This is the stream. This is my stream right here, as you can see at the top, where we're looking at that stream. And all I did was swipe down. So, like, the point is, you see what they do. They don't remove it. They don't take action. They just sit there and let it trend. Jesus. Doomsday, Jesus, we need you now. I mean, seriously. Alright, here we are on my stream again. We'll see if it has changed. I refreshed everything. Son of a Alright, we're skipping past it. 365, what's up? Oh, that's pretty. That's cool. Oh. And when did the swirlies. So all this looks normal, this looks fine, like who cares? I've seen lots of stuff like this, that's cool, you know, like that's vlogging. This guy's just talking about Diddy. Okay, so like this is another good example of like a kind of like a half scam. So like I get what this is. Oh no, that's cool. Oh, never mind. Never mind. That's cool. That's actually cool because like he's actually, no, I actually like that because he's doing a skill, look. He actually is bouncing it. Most people are sitting there clicking something or just throwing something into something else easily. No, that's actually cool. I'm gonna like that. That's cool. Give him a like. This next one, okay, so this next one is this. What the F is that? I don't even know what that is. Is that Lawrence Fishburne? Just kidding. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, see there. Okay, so there's that stream again that I didn't want to see ever again. Oh my god! Like, I can't even. I'm closing out of this. This is just. Freaking YouTube, man. What? YouTube? Why am I doing a better job swiping with my thumb at finding this stuff than your bots are? Why am I doing a better job swiping with my thumb than your bots are? And why has that been a regular thing? Why has this been going on for a long time? Why has this been going on for like over a year that I've been showing you this? Remember when I got the new setup and I kind of like switched the setup to a different room and stuff? Remember that? That's about how long this has been going on. About that long. Isn't that interesting? Where like we've been seeing stuff like this where it was like really weird crap from like all these different people that like are just scammers. Like not even just that stuff, like slot machines, looped videos, like just tons of looped videos people stole from other people that like they just sort of took the video and looped it, and it was somebody else's stream and they were just like looping it on their channel. I remember I caught, I think it was a rapper. I don't remember who it was now. It was a rapper, I think, that had a stream, that did a live stream, and they stole his stream, and so yeah, so you see what happens here. We'll just go ahead and report this. Like all I'm doing is talking about how there's like disgusting content on here, and people come in on some random account to assault, to like insult, or it's exactly what I described at the beginning, what we've seen all throughout, where we just see some random account we've never really seen, suddenly like weighing in on how I'm this or I'm that or something like that, when I'm clearly calling out some people. So it's very obvious to see who has trackers, who can find out who's watching the streams. They come in here from the other channel and they insult and stuff like that. Like, it's literally just the people from the other streams. Usually, like, this is what I've noticed, is the guy that's like laying down is sitting there trying to track and figure out what people are looking at and what they're doing and stuff like that as they're watching their stream. And so this is how invasive YouTube is. Like, people just regularly know that they can use YouTube if somebody's live streaming to track your movements. People just regularly know this. They just regularly know it. That's always been the point. The point is that YouTube employees and Google and stuff like that can absolutely see through your camera whenever, because of the permissions, if they want to.
It doesn't mean that they are, but if somebody from that company knows what they're doing and chooses to do that with it and chooses to be that way and manipulate and doesn't like, specifically politics and stuff like that, and is really bent out of shape about the way someone talking about his president or something like that. Oh, you betcha, just like all the people that stormed the Capitol and did illegal shit that day, thinking that, oh yeah, you betcha. It doesn't stop there. That's always been the point. That's always been the point. And as much as they try to suppress it, cops died from that. I've said this multiple times, and then all these people came in to try to suppress that information. Cops died that day, trying to defend people and just simply stop an angry mob. I have people telling me all the time they vote for Trump, and they vote for this type of person because they don't like the angry mob or something stupid like that. That's why that sounds stupid to me, because that's the angry mob to me. You're the angry mob because you're choosing that. You're choosing to see that. That's your choice. You're saying that. Nobody is doing that unless you are. Nobody. No, they're just talking about the things that matter to them. Angry mob stuff. What the heck are you talking about? And then the angry mob does show up to the Capitol on January. And you get where I'm going. Like, the point is, if they're going to do that, they're going to do other things, and they've always planned to be able to just start taking advantage of people and track people and use this platform and others to do exactly that. Now, YouTube's so integrated and so big, it ain't going anywhere, but that's kind of my point, and that's also why it's dangerous, and that's also why I need to continue calling it out as much as possible. The fact that Google still owns, you know what I mean? Like, why isn't the government stepped in there? I think that they should subsidize that to the point of understanding that you're controlling the media market. You're controlling the media market in the sense that, alright, so like there's all these artists and stuff like that. Alright, hear me out. You know how I've been complaining about all this disruption, oh, messing with my streams, and then the troll comes out and shows that he knows kind of what's going on, maybe, but he's just a troll, so he's gonna exacerbate it, he's gonna do troll things to make me think it's this or that. Well, the point is, I know it's not. The point is, I do realize that, and all along, I also, you have to realize that Google also has wireless internet that they offer too. And then they also have YouTube Premium, where they make all ads on YouTube go away. Now you fire up, follow my logic here. Now you fire up the YouTube Music app for the first time probably ever. And everything works so quickly, so fast, knows everything, knows all your preferences, pulls all that from your account, Google, YouTube, whatever, all that stuff. But at the same time, hey, nothing wrong with that, right? That's great, right? That's what everybody wants. But then at the same time, yeah. For the longest time, I used Amazon Music. And I always knew the app was really good. I just knew it. Like, there was a lot of things about it that I knew that were really good. And I was like, wow, this is really good sound. They really spent a lot of time and development in this. Like, you can tell it's a good app. Wow, this actually has a feature here for this. This is pretty interesting. I wouldn't even expect it to have that, and like just like all these things about it that are really good, yet for some reason the app was always really, really bad at, like just all these connection problems. Like it just, oh, it'd disconnect and stuff like that. But this was never initially, this was only after I had mentioned I was using Amazon Music as my music app while streaming. And this was part of me tracking the stuff that was kind of going on with Google and YouTube and stuff like that. So, what I have learned is that there are some big tech giants that use their IT guys, their guys behind the scenes, to do things to people that are trying to basically shine a light on things that make them money. So you should really take a look at all the times that I called something out and they really tried to shut me up. All the stuff with Microsoft, all the stuff where like it's very obviously a communication issue between Windows and the driver. Obviously we know that. Obviously we know what's causing the problem. And I'm not going to say it out loud, but we obviously know that. To the tech guys that are watching, I know what the freaking problem is. But my message to you was that they're always unupdating things. And I can't keep saying this. I can't keep saying this. The more I say it, the more they're going to switch it to something more dangerous. And then I can't fix it any longer. They're unupdating things. How many times do I want to say it? It's an attack. I've been saying it for so long. All these things that don't work, these updates, it's an attack on our culture. It's a cyber attack on our culture, and it's happening from within. It is happening within our own companies and stuff like that because these things aren't being regulated. Because nobody understands them. Remember when they sat there and they grilled Zuckerberg because they didn't understand basic things on how Facebook works? Do you remember that? I was like, oh, no way. So, there's so much stuff that goes under the radar. And that's a lot of what the Pensesters deal with too. They have a hard time raising red flags too and getting people to pay attention too. They do. The funny thing is they do this for a living sometimes. There's so much need for it, you know. They just get the sponsorships, you know, like it's because they get the viewerships, that's all. It's just they get the views because there's so much need for it, that's all. You know, it helps so many people that they're watching their streams. That's who's watching the streams, you know, all the many people they've helped and stuff like that, most likely, and you know, like obviously people they've reached out to and stuff like that that are becoming smarter and stuff. Awareness. Listen, I know it's hard when somebody gets out there and somebody goes and says, "This is how the scammers do it. This is how the scammers do it." You want to say, "Shut up," because it educates people that want to know how to hurt people. Unfortunately, but what you have to realize is there's a lot of people out there that are doing these jobs, that have been doing these jobs where the technology has gone past what they understand. And if there's a lot of us that regularly understand this and can put it out there and talk about it in regular talk, people might start getting it more. You know, like you have to normalize technology speech. You have to normalize technology speech, and nobody's doing it. Nobody. And this is so important. You know, like if somebody, how many people have an old person that if they didn't know any better, there would be an app that would completely take over their phone, and they would think that it's like the app that it's supposed to be. You know, for instance, I don't know, Google Maps or something like that. And they think it's, you know, the app that it's supposed to be, but in reality it's this map, and maybe it gets them to press things, and maybe it even navigates them to the wrong place. And then there's somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to finish that. Like, that the point is, like, we know how, we've heard of all the stories of all the scammers that have been using, you know, the delivery services in ways they shouldn't be, and all the other stuff that's been going on, where, again, they're using services that they should not be to pinpoint people and get them in trouble and stuff like that, and this shouldn't be happening. They should be able to get ahead of these things. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, like if there's definitely a discussion topic point, that's definitely it. That you know, the people that can do something about these things and stuff like that, you know, we need to normalize being able to help them understand the severity and what, you know, like, just normalize too, like, technology and stuff like that, like getting people to understand certain things. I've seen, you know, folks that understand certain concepts when they're a certain age, and then 5 years later, they don't get it anymore. They used to. But now, like, something clicked in their brain where now they just sort of kind of accept a new normal that isn't correct. It's one that causes them harm and puts them in harm's way or something like that. You know, like exposing data and stuff like that. You know, like publishing somebody's personal data or something like that. You know, like, back before the internet, it was different, obviously. I mean, you just need to remember that. So as people get older and their brains get back to a certain point, they're not going to remember how to accept kind of a good bit of what they learned, you know, after a certain point in life. You know, if they have that issue with you know, their mental, you know, like where it might decline or something like that. If they have that issue, I'm just saying, you know, there's going to be a huge gap there where, you know, they don't remember any of those life lessons any longer. So yeah, it's very unfortunate that if this even happens a single time. You know, like it's terrible seeing all the people that this happens to. You know, like I'm just glad now that, like, finally they're able to, like, you see, like, the police and stuff now finally working with some of the content creators, the scamvators and stuff like that, because you know, it's the sort of thing where, like, you know, I think some of the departments and stuff that have wised up and started, you know, being able to get behind this and stuff like that, have ended up maybe in the same spot at the same time or something kind of like that with them, where you know, it's they're just, you know, trying to get somebody to understand that there's absolutely no reason why you'd randomly give somebody $30,000 cash. Like, there's just absolutely, or 10,000. Like unless, you know what I mean? Like if you're like, you know, I'm not even gonna say unless. No, not going there. The whole point is, you don't do this. Bring, like, if you're an old person or something like that, and somebody's talking to you on the phone, and they're telling you to do this or something like that, you get your relative, because it doesn't matter what they tell you. They're gonna say, no, don't get your relative, because they're not gonna want you to not. Yes, that's the point. Get them. Your relative is who you trust, who you know. Get them. Confirm with them. Make sure that they approve of this. God, you know, like, the point is that, like, you know, that now I think they are sort of kind of just trying to call the police and stuff like that, because, like, sometimes they're just sitting there with like 10 grand ready to just give it to somebody just for no reason at all, and it's like, are you kidding me? It's like, are you kidding me? And then you know, like, obviously it's always nice if it works out, but it's always disheartening when you hear that, you know, maybe they already gave them money even before that. It's like, oh jeez. You know, like, you have to realize how bad and deep this gets. If you're catching it now, they've probably have already done this in the past, you know? It's bad. Can't let it, you can't let it, stalking's very serious. But anyway, if you want, going back to the music stuff, yeah, obviously I have nothing personal about the fact that they have a music app and all this stuff and all that, but, like, the point is that, like, you get where I was coming from with that, where, like, all these disruptions always happen after talking about them on YouTube, and then conveniently they're really good, and other people can't make them work as good, and then they look stupid because they were wrong. And so, like, I'm there proving that. Time and time again, I'm proving that to, like, even Asmongold, like, somebody like him, you know, like just, like, being lied to and shit like that. Wow, just, like, crazy wind all of a sudden. So anyway, the point is, you know, like, we have absolutely, you know, there's so many times where, like, I prove them wrong, or, you know, I prove something's really good, and they mess it up, and it gets messed up conveniently after streaming on YouTube. And it's the only time I've ever seen that ever happen. And now it's like before it used to be intermittent, where it was only when I was streaming. Now they just messed it up permanently. Now stuff breaks permanently. Like, we see, like, Elden Ring, for example, completely broken, on my Xbox to where I had to physically buy another copy a while back in order to play again. And you know, things like that where we see things just breaking, things that don't make sense. We're talking about a physical disc, and it just doesn't make any sense. And then, you know, you spend all this time with with Xbox support, spend all this time with Xbox support, you know, for them to not really have a solution either. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad to see. And if they don't have a solution, yeah, something going on there. Because they can pretty much fix anything. Pretty much. And they generally know what's going on. Generally speaking. Even that guy confirmed somebody was obviously flooding my porch. Even that guy agreed somebody was obviously flooding my porch. That's what he said too. He even said that. It's like, sounds like someone's flooding your porch. Yup. No shit. Dirt. And it feels like I've been so far away. It feels like the water's grown cold now that you've gone away. Leaving flowers on your grave show that I still care. Roses and Hail Marys can't bring back what's been taken from me. I reach to the sky and call out your name. Oh, if I could trade, I would. And it feels like I've been so far away. Yeah, it stings. Yeah, it stings now. And the water's so cold now that you've gone away. Gone away. Gone away. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Oh, yeah. I reached to the sky and called out your name. And if I could trade, I would. And it feels like heaven so far away. Yeah, it feels like the water's grown cold, and now that you've gone away. I think I skipped a part. Green flowers on your grave. I think I skipped that part. Show that I still care. Black roses and Hail Marys you can't bring back, taken from me. And then that's actually the lead-in before the, I think the breakdown actually. I think that's right before the the sort of, you know, like the breakdown ending. Before he like screams, where he's like, no, no, yeah, yeah. And then it's like, I reach to the sky and called out your name. Oh, please have let me trade. I would. And it feels. It's like that. Sometimes you'll look up lyrics and they're just freaking wrong, man. Hello. Choking on Orange Crush, my bad. That's a good one. That's a good one. You know what song I like? Sorry, I need to get that up. I'm gonna. I think it's something like that. It's like dun 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 dun. Life is changing. I can't go on without you. Rearranging, and I will be strong. I'll stand by you. And you are fighting every day. It's so hard to hide the pain. And I know you never said goodbye. I had so much left to say. One song given to an angel's son. As soon as you were gone, as soon as you were gone. Let's do that. Get that drum part I did though. And she lives through you. What can I do? I feel so alone now. I pray for you. We still love you. And you were fighting every day. And so hard to hide the pain. And I know you never said goodbye. I have so much left to say. One last song given to an angel's son. As soon as you were gone, as soon as you were gone. Good song. Sevendust. Good song, man. Good song. Ridiculous.
Basically, I want to continue reminding you guys that the person stalking me has sort of kind of been using my cellular device and AT&T's network as a GPS beacon. A GPS tracking beacon. So I just want to remind the people investigating this that that I have very clear evidence pretty regularly that the people doing this are trying to weaponize this attack on my cellular devices, like basically like just things that don't happen, you know, things that we've been documenting through AT&T as well, that they can't explain and stuff like that. We've talked about this before, you know, I replaced the SIM card, we got a brand spanking new phone. Still the things are happening. It's actually happening too to somebody else on the same network or the same plan. That we obviously know what they're trying to do there. So, you know, it's very clear to me, I have very clear, solid proof that they're doing this to, you know, use this and sort of troubleshoot and figure out a way to create some sort of weaponized GPS tracker that they can instantly use. So even if somebody's streaming, it doesn't matter if it's the, you know, like it's that streamer. It would just have to be like, you know, somebody that knows the streamer, and that's it. That's basically it. That's all it takes. So like even another streamer that knows a streamer, basically. Like just essentially just weaponizing it in the worst possible manner, which you could, you know, want to. So yes, that's why I believe that the person, a lot of the person that's actually doing this is being manipulated by Russia or like a bigger, like that's why I obviously think that, because obviously I don't think, yeah, I mean, like obviously like there's a certain limit to what one person can do. Well, unless there's certain that one.
So. I'm hungry. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna get. Oh my gosh. Some people. Pizza. Pizza. I'm waiting for the oven. I'm waiting for the oven. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. I haven't put it in yet though. It's actually just it's more almost preheated. Let's see what the cat's doing.
Yeah.
I can smell it now. It's doing the thing. It's going like this. The scent. It's like up my nose. It's doing that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. It's doing that. The scent. It's like I can smell it. It's good. It's gonna be good. My pizza cutter out. Just a water stain. Just a little water spot. Get my pizza cutter out. Get the pizza cutter out. Do 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 dun 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 Well, the first one was pizza. Just waiting for the pizza. I can smell it. Nope. 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 quite.
Food. Almost time for food. Almost time for food. Almost time for food.
really good. It will be, as always. With freshetta. As always, with freshetta. It will be good. I don't know about y'all, but I put certain things away when I'm done with them. Just certain things, you know. It's easier. Like pizza cutter. Well, pizza cutters tend to get messed up in the sink or in the dishwasher, right? So, why not just do it now? Then it's done anyway. Just certain things. Hello. Which slice will I go with first? I'm gonna go with this one. This one looks the best. First. Mm-mm-mm. That's good. As always. With freshetta, you can taste the real ingredients difference for sure. Did you know, by the way, did you know, hello, that if you have a gluten allergy, like you can't eat pizza because you have a gluten allergy, did you know that they make pizzas specifically for you? Now, I don't remember brands, but they're made out of the crust and everything is made entirely out of snap peas. I looked it up. I saw one in the grocery store. I was like, I'm just curious, and I flipped it around. And I looked at about snap peas. So, if you can't eat pizza and you're like, man, I really want to eat pizza or something like that, I've heard it's not bad. I've heard it's pretty good. I guess it all depends on which one you get. I think there's different brands now, but just throwing it out there. Just eating pizza. What's up with you? Freshetta is definitely, like, if you want fresh ingredients, you don't want it to be too greasy or anything, that's what you get with this. And you notice I can bite into it without the cheese like coming off. I don't have that problem. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? The crust is extremely edible too. It's crisp. Yes. Yes, it's crisp. But when we break it apart, you'll see. It's got a nice texture to it too. I'm sure you can hear the crunch. The ham's crunch. It stays uniform, it doesn't flop around. You really notice. And the sauce, yeah. I think people underestimate it. And was the white box? That's good. Alright. So now we're near the end of the crust here. Here we go. See? There's still a fluffiness to it. It's see what I mean? It's got this really, really, really nice texture to it. But it's crisp. Like you can hear when I bite into it. But nice and soft on the inside. That's like exactly what you want. It doesn't get much better than that. And it's frozen? How? So like, I don't know, like, I think bruschetta, you know what I mean? Like, no, this isn't the thin one. This is the rising one. I think they're probably just putting a little bit more yeast in it, would be my guess. Yeah, I mean, you just put more yeast in something that causes the bread to rise. That'd be my guess. So, like, maybe a little bit more dough, but yeah, like, thin versus rising crust.
Good. I often don't eat crust too. I often don't because it can't just be crunch, and it can't taste like nothing. I mean, for me to want to eat that, you know what I mean? Because usually, a lot of times, yeah, it's like in order to get the pizza crispy, a lot of times, yeah, you cook it to a certain doneness, and then just because of the frozen pizzas the way they are, they can't get that crust exactly right. I don't know how, but they got it. Even if you're in doubt, because you like, like more like thin or specialty pizzas, try the if you can find it. It's hard to find because people like it this much. It is hard to find, but they do a square one, a flat square one. It's good. It's a thin square one, so it wouldn't be like a Sicilian. A Sicilian would be a thick crust square, but it's thin, and it's good if you can find it from a Freschetta. There it was. That's good. That's good stuff. That one. It's good. It's really good. Yeah, it's this one. So yeah, that's my suggestion for
Frozen pizza. Good. Freschetta. Freschetta. Freschetta.
Shutdown is my suggestion for frozen pizza. Mm-mm-mm. Woke. Woke. AF. White gummy bear. Woke. Woke AF. White gummy bear. Woke. Hey there. White gummy bear. Yeah, the caffeine in that one is insane. Caffeine in this is crazy. Be careful while measure. Yep. White gummy bear. White gummy bear. White gummy bear. Oh no, white gummy bear. It's such a strong. It's coming right out of the. Woke AF. Woke AF. Gains. 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 Woke AF. We can dance if we want to. You can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. Say, we can go where we want to, a place where they will never find. We can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. And we can dance and sing. We can go where we want to. Because if we don't, nobody will. Something about totally losing it and acting like an imbecile. And we can dance. That and what I was just trying to think of the nerdiest dance of all time. That and probably the thing from I can't dance. I can't. Only thing about me is the way I walk. Genesis. It was Genesis, right? I know it was Phil Collins. Yeah, it was Genesis, I think. I can't dance. I can't. Only thing about me is the way I walk. Yeah, like that was. It was supposed to be like. Do 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 do. It's a good song. I'll be listen to that now. Only thing about me is the way I walk. How could I ever forget the first time and the last time we'd ever met? But I know the reason why. Such a powerful drum fill, it knocked my crush over. I can hear it calling here tonight. Oh Lord, well, I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Good old Phil Collins. Dreams turn to nightmares, heaven turned to hell. Bloody Sabbath. Giant just for you. Yeah. Do 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 do. So, good old Black Sabbath song. Sabbath, bloody Sabbath. Well, I think we're about nearing the end of this. We're about out of time here. We're about out of time here. We're about nearing the end of this little thing we call stream. Hope you enjoyed your entertainment for the day. Thanks for watching.